Hey, what's going on, guys? TBL here.
And Jin.
And we're back for the spoiler-filled review video of Doctor Strange. Dormammu!
Not with Firehead, though, man.
Yeah, not Firehead Dormammu.
Like,
and yeah, we're starting with the big stuff here. Dormammu is in this movie.
More like wrinkly raisin head man.
Like, so Bigger Thanos?
Yes.
Should we just call him Bigger Thanos?
Bigger Thanos.
Okay, so Bigger Thanos is in this movie. Kind of like a weird, it's weird. It brought back sort of memories of the way, and I shudder to mention this, Parallax was handled in Green Lantern.
I don't want to be part of this movie anymore.
Let's cut the review. But it kind of brought back memories of that. Certainly not in a bad way. He is kind of purple raisin-headed Thanos mans, and he's the big bad in this film. That's where we're going here. This is a spoiler video. You clicked on it knowing what this was.
It was your choice.
It was your choice. Uncle Sam chose you.
We didn't.
We didn't.
I never asked for this.
We don't want you. But yeah, Dormammu is the big bad guy in this film, and I was a little bit worried. I mean, when we heard there was going to be a Doctor Strange film, we always assumed Dormammu was going to be showing up at some point in time.
So we rushed right on in.
We rushed right on in, but I was thinking they were going to probably hold him back. Maybe they were going to have a lesser villain like Baron Mordo be the bad guy in this first film. Which, by the way, Baron Mordo,
he was good.
Handled really well in this film. I mean, he's not Baron Mordo, but Mordo handled really well. I wasn't expecting it, and until we found out the name. That was great. But Dormammu, big bad guy in this film, as you would expect. I was hoping that would be, well, not really hoping, but I was thinking that was going to be something that would be introduced a little bit later. But it's in this movie, and you know what? We're running with it. Dormammu's the big bad guy. He is the one Caecilius is attempting to help and bring into the Earth realm, basically, like it's Mortal Kombat. Earth realm combat. But yeah, he gets brought into Earth. That's the way the film ends, with basically Dormammu basically winning. He gets to Earth, and the way Steven stops him is by setting up a time loop that Dormammu can't escape. He's basically heading to Dormammu, telling him, hey, I'm here to bargain. Dormammu kills him, time resets. He heads in there, tells Dormammu, I'm here to bargain. Dormammu kills him, time resets. He heads in there, and eventually Dormammu, realizing what's going on, goes, hey, alright, what do I need to do to get out of this? And Strange is like, bargain. And that's kind of how the film ends, which I thought was really, really interesting. I thought that was a really cool way to end the film, because usually these movies, this is a Marvel movie, so it usually boils down to being good versus evil. Evil wants to destroy the world in some crazy way. Good finds a way to stop it by defeating it or being stronger than it.
Plot twist.
But this movie ends with Doctor Strange losing. It ends with him losing over and over and over and over and over again infinitely until he just literally wears down Dormammu's psyche. And Dormammu just goes, all right, man. I've killed you how many times now? What do you want? And Strange is like, stop invading Earth. Or kill me again, and we can just end up right back here. And I thought that was a really interesting way to end the film. I was not expecting it to go like that. And they leave hints to that throughout the movie with when they talk about time and manipulating time and why you shouldn't do that, and that you can get caught in a time loop from which you'll never be able to escape. And that's certainly how the movie ends. Good stuff overall. Baron Mordo. It was a good. They really played up that whole former friend and mentor role. Kind of think of like Sinestro with Hal Jordan. Trained him. Later on does betray him. Although not in this film. Baron Mordo does not betray Steven in this movie. That's the end credit scene, which we'll talk about a little bit later. But they really built up the relationship between Mordo and Steven as being first master to student, and then friends, allies against the fight against the darkness and Caecilius' rogue sorcerers. And I thought that was a pretty good way to handle the character. I can never say his name, like Chiwetel Ejiofor is the guy who plays Mordo. Great job. And yes, Elijah4. I can never say that name right. The character of the Ancient One was handled really, really well.
Yes, it was.
I love what they did with that character. But yeah, so the character of the Ancient One, played by Tilda Swinton, did a fantastic job. She had the mysticism there. She always plays these kind of weird sort of androgynous roles. I can remember her in Constantine, where she played the angel Gabriel.
Yeah,
and she did a really good job with this. The character of Wong was handled beautifully. I love that it was Benedict Wong that played Wong. that was great. Amy Locklear, Rachel McAdams. All the acting was great in this movie. There's really nothing to complain about from there on. But we got to see a lot of Doctor Strange lore in this too. We got the Eye of Agamotto, which, spoilers, this is the spoiler video, it's the freaking Time Stone. Of course it is. I didn't think about that at all, but it's the freaking Time Stone. That makes so much sense with the way it can manipulate time and sort of break the laws of reality. That makes sense. So we finally have the Time Stone in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and it is hanging around the neck of none other than Stephen Strange. What else spoiler-wise? We got to hear about the Living Tribunal.
The staff of the Living Tribunal.
I was not expecting that name drop in this film, but yeah, it's tied to a relic in it, which is cool. That's fine. But the fact that they were able to drop big names like that, Living Tribunal is like the top of the top in terms of the Marvel universe, and I was not expecting that at all. And we got tons of little references to other mystical entities and stuff, bits of lore in the Marvel Cinematic Universe that I'm so happy are a part of this movie and going to be a part of things as we move forward. Let's talk about the end credit scene. So the mid-credit scene, this is going to be the big one. Looks like it's going to be tying directly into Thor, Ragnarok. So it starts out, dark screen, and you hear Thor's voice say, "So, Earth has wizards now." And it turns out to be Thor kind of being interviewed by Doctor Strange, sort of acting as like an IMS agent, screening Thor before he comes to the Earth. And he's asking him, why he's coming to the Earth and why he brought Loki. Apparently, Thor brought Loki to New York City, and Doctor Strange is, as you would expect, a little bit concerned about that. And it looks like we might be getting at least a little bit of Doctor Strange in the upcoming Thor Ragnarok movie, where they're going to be searching for Odin. This kind of leads to some other questions of that we talked a little bit about. Because I always said at the end of Thor the Dark World, when it shows that Loki is impersonating Odin,
right?
I didn't think he did anything to Odin. I always talked to you about it. I said I thought Odin told him to take over for him while he went off to do something.
Somewhere.
Yeah, and it looks like that might be the case because it looks like we're getting a buddy team-up movie of Thor, Loki, and probably a little bit of Doctor Strange in the next Thor movie. It's probably only going to be in it for maybe 4 or 5 minutes just to do something.
Amazing.
Which is cool. That's cool. That's the mid-credit scene. You get to see that he's going to be helping them try to find Odin, and that's the implications of that are really, really cool. I'm glad they're already injecting Doctor Strange into other Marvel franchises, and that's a good thing. Now, the second credit scene happens at the very end of the credits, and it shows Baron Mordo basically going to one of the characters from earlier in the film who has a little bit of magic. He's not really a sorcerer, but he can draw magical energies, and taking the magic from him, and going on to state that, hey, the world has a few too many sorcerers, and he's going to go start wiping them out. Now, Baron Mordo, I keep calling him Baron, even though he's not called, he's not a Baron in in the movie. But Mordo, he was a really interesting character. He was acted very well. Again, Chiwetel Ejiofor, I do believe is the actor's name. I like the way his character was handled again as a mentor. We talked about a bit about this in the spoiler-free video. He was a mentor. He did a good job with that. Played a friend to Stephen Strange. But then my one big complaint with the movie is towards the end, he is a character kind of
downsizes.
Well, he has a logical jump that in my opinion, didn't make sense. This is the spoiler video, so towards the end of the movie, they've been warning about breaking the laws of reality. Like, you're not supposed to do that. It could cause unforeseen consequences. But at the end of the movie, Mordo basically says, you know what, you guys have broken too many laws of reality. I'm out. I can't do this anymore, guys. I can't be with you guys. And there's not enough build-up for that level of outrage that he had in the end, especially given the circumstances. A giant interdimensional head was about to take over and destroy the Earth and the entirety of our universe. And Doctor Strange reversed time so that it didn't happen. And he's mad about that. He's upset about that. It just, plot-wise, there wasn't enough build-up.
Even though when that was happening, he was alongside Doctor Strange. He was fine. I'm good with this.
He was fine.
Until
just like
at that point.
Come on, Strange. We gotta beat Caecilius. And then after they beat Caecilius, it's like, I'm sorry, Strange. You've broken too many rules, man. We're not boys anymore. You know what?
I'm out.
I'm out. I'm out. Watch out, man.
Bruh.
I'm out.
Bruh. That's it, y'all. BlackLink left. This is my show now.
So yeah, it didn't make much sense for Mordu. I don't think there was enough of a build-up for him to be that outraged about what Steven does at the end of the movie, which again just amounts to him reversing time. He reversed the flow of time to rebuild a part of the city and rebuild the seal that keeps Dormammu away. And it felt like too much of a leap there for the character to just suddenly be outraged by that.
Yeah, because at the very end, when the bad wizards got sucked up into the portal, you see him just like right next to Steven, like, okay, we did good, even though you did that, it's all fine. And
all these people are safe now. I'm mad about it. And it didn't make sense. And it's even more stark. It's even more of a stark difference when you compare it to the end credit scene of him saying, you know what? Wizards have to die now. I'm gonna break all the rules. I was totally about following the rules, but I'm gonna break them all now because I'm sick of people breaking rules. It didn't make sense. I'm sorry, Kevin Feige. It didn't make sense. It was that was too much of a jump, and there wasn't enough of a build up there. Again, to reference Green Lantern, it made more sense for at the end of the movie, Sinestro to put on the yellow power ring. There was more of a build up for that than there was for Mordu turning evil, and that of the entire film, that's probably my biggest complaint.
The whole entire film was great.
It's great. It's great.
Except for that point.
That's just that one point was probably my biggest complaint. Was just that one moment.
My biggest irk.
Yeah, my biggest irk was just one moment towards the end of the film where this character makes that sort of choice, and just it didn't fit in with his character, and there wasn't enough build up to justify it.
Pretty much, you're like this when you see it. You're like,
huh? So yeah, that's it for our spoiler review. Again, the movie's fantastic. I think we talked about everything we had to kick out of the non-spoiler review. We got Infinity Stones, the Eye of Agamotto, the Cloak of Levitation, the Staff of the Living Tribunal. We've got some looks into other dimensions. We got a full look at Dormammu, and hopefully they change that design up if they ever bring him back for another film.
Yeah,
I'd love to see the Marvel vs. Capcom 3 design for him.
The old
flaming
fire
head. He's like,
remember, we had that toy when we were younger.
And he's like, behold me, I am Dormammu. I would love to see that sort of change. Not that I'm mad about the way he looks, but he was kind of big purple great
You know
Thanos.
what? It's like right when Doctor Strange got in there, saw a big purple raising hand Dormammu, who's like, huh?
Huh? You're supposed to be on fire. But you know, that's not really a big complaint. It's not really a big complaint. But alright, there you go, guys. That's it for our spoiler review of Doctor Strange. It's a very good film, very fun film, and it's a great addition to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Alright, it's going to be it for this one, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to let us know what you guys think of Doctor Strange down in the comment section below. And as always, I am the BlackLink.
And I'm Jin.
You guys stay frosty.
And mystical.
And mystical.